Goodness sakes, you have to be careful. Yeah, you have to get off the mat. Good old Frodo is joining me this morning. And I say good old, and he's getting up there. We're making some continuing breath practices. Everything that we do with our yoga, our asanas, is grounded in breath, right? Three principles of progress are sthura, sukha, and dukkha. Effortless effort, finding the resistance, finding the limitation, but not breaking it down, not smacking it, stepping through it. The yoga practices are best as they are steady, undistressed, persistent, vigilant. So thank you for being vigilant and staying with me. Okay. Thank you for your courage. Come stand up. Take your hands together. Inhale. Exhale. May all beings everywhere share this practice. Inhale. Lock your hands. Hold your breath. Through the mouth, we exhale. Inhale wide. Take your hands back. Beautiful. Take the hands up. Let's hop. May all beings everywhere know the peace at the center of creation. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop. Oh, thou, you're going to get in trouble if you're behind me. I will fall and you have to go off of here. You cannot stay on my mat. Oh, scoot, 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 scoot. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Yep, go lie down in the grass. Boy, that was a lucky avoidance of a fall. Because if I was hopping and I stepped back on him, I would tumble. And you cannot just stay there. No. Cool. Let's count 18 more. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty. You know this by now too if you're tuning in. 3 planes of movement. If today is your first day to have for tuning in, go back to last Monday. Okay, 1 week ago from today, and observe these breathing practices, because breathing practices are powerful practices and typically taught from one teacher to one student or a handful of students. That's historically how it has been. Plant the feet down and live in person, not via the screen. Plant. Why? Because each person carries their own experience and the patterns of their breath in their bodies. And so although the exercises are the same, the techniques are what they are. How we experience those techniques can be a very broad range. And although there are types and types of bio-identity, each person is indeed unique. Oh, here comes another dog. Twist and twist. Twist, twist. I am exhaling over my shoulder. I am making an intuitive breath practice first. And if you don't know what your breathing is in a posture, you start with the intuitive breath. and release. Stabilize. Grip. Engage. Alignment, balance, strength, wholeness, unity. We start from that place, wherever you are. Find that. Take time. Identify that. With every posture, that's our objective. Ease, effortless effort. If you simply stood effortlessly, at some point, whether it's an hour from now, or 10 minutes from now, or 9 hours from now, you would not be standing the same way. What is that effortless effort that can sustain? I'm going to make these twists again. Shoulders low away from the ears, elbows low and close to the body. They're not up here like wings, they're low and pulling back. Why? To protect your shoulders. So we open into pose in the right way, that we enter and exit the posture with our breathing. I'm now going to make a counterintuitive breath. I'm going to inhale over the shoulder. Four more. 3, 2. And release. Jaw relax. Plant your feet. I'm rolling to the outside ridge of each foot. Not long here, but I'm wakening my legs, waking up the feet. My little toes press down. The ridge of each foot presses down. Yes. I'm lifting up. Let's breathe here. Here's a good example of our Bhastrika delivery without ujjayi. Okay? Last week we covered this. Here we go. 9 simple Bhastrika. Melt, touch. I'm exhaling as my body folds. My knees, heart, chest connect. Good. Stack your hands on your knees. Let's make some circles. I make circles the other direction. Bend and straighten your knees. Push away. Good. Separate your feet. Roll to the inside ridge, the arch of the foot, the big toes down. Feet parallel. So they're not angling out. A little wider than the shoulders. I take the knees together. I drop my tailbone down. Good. Roll to the inside of each ankle. Can you touch your ankle bones down into the ground? The other toes flare out and away. When I lift my arms, I activate the rooting into the earth. Earth and sky in opposition through my body. 9 Bhastrika. Take it down. Good. Very brief reminder, Bhastrika means bellows. And we are activating the bellows breath from the diaphragm consciously. With the exhale, contracting that diaphragm back to the spine. under the lungs. Breath goes out, dropping the diaphragm away from the lungs, supporting that vacuum. In and out. Beautiful. Ground. Step 1 foot back. Glide it forward. Push away. Push away. Be tall. Straighten both ankles. Push away 9 Bastrika. Take it down. Same thing, second side. Glide this left leg forward. Push away. Push away. Push away. Push. Push. 9 Bastrika. Good, take it down. Right. Next one. Take your hands on your hips, make some circles. Easy, big circles. Every circle is a breath. Reverse direction. Oh, I've got such good dogs here. Good. Plant those feet. Let's make, as we did this past week, some undulations. Let's make some coronal plane undulations. Ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears align. It's very common for us to have a head tilted forward, the back drawn back behind us. Very easy for us to have these hips in front of the feet. And we're unsupported in this way. And this is common, especially in time. But you see it even in young people, not just the people who are aging. We want to plant the feet, lift, round, draw those hips. The hip is both the bones of the acetabulum, the iliac, the ischium, the sacrum. All of these bones together form the basin of the hips. But the outside of this femur bone is not separate, you know. It is part of this hip structure, functional hip structure. Align ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears. Right. You know, hips are a generic term. And we have other generic terms like hip flexors, right? Or, you know, shoulder. Those are general terms. Plant, coronal plane. I'm going to make top-down undulation. It starts with the top of the head. It goes over as far as possible. Ear goes over. Neck, shoulder, armpit, ribs, side of the abdomen, hips. And I'm ready for the second side. I am inhaling up. I am exhaling over. I inhale up. I exhale over. I inhale up. I'm making 9 more. I do not want to go fast. I want to go only in the speed that I can sustain with the breathing, that I can inform and activate with the breath. We are yoking breath, attention, body. Nice. Oh, and release. Make a little turn, wipe the slate. Oh, be tall. Plant your feet down near each other, this time from the earth up. Grounding, taking it over. Push down. I'm lifting up through the body this time. My head is last to go over to the side. First, our feet, hips, side of the body. Neck, ear, top of the head. Exhale. Inhale up. I was driving past Mattress Firm yesterday, and I saw an air puppet outside of Mattress Firm. And this is kind of what it was like. Let's do 9 more. Each side. Plant. Make a little turn. I worked with Kumar for 23 years, more than, and the truth is he's still working on me. God bless Kumar. But he introduced me to the breathing practices, and let's take these hands down to the ground. I'd like for you to feel the fold forward with the exhale. I mentioned there are some specific factors for individuals, not just technique. I mean, I can tell you, for example, very briefly, a couple things. There are differences between men and women with these practices. You know, you want to, that's an example. The breathing is powerful. It is the bridge between the body and the mind. We enter the nervous system itself. We do not think about breathing typically unless we have some obstruction like asthma. My hands are down. I'm going to lift. Exhale. Good. Bend your knees. 2 hands on the ground, make a cup. Right hand on the right hip. Straighten the right leg. Lift your heart. Now, if you need a block or you need some support, that's A-okay. Find the support you need. Lift, let's revolve. Reach. Breathe. Let's breathe 9 Bastrika. My fingers release, my wrist release, elbow, shoulder, exit, revolve with the exhale. Same type of thing, opposite direction. With every inhale, we identify limitation. With every exhale, we liberate limitation. Bend your knees, hard on the legs, left hand on the hip. Lift the heart, lift the left leg straight. Lift, revolve. Now, your shoulders. Do not simply reach the arm up. Look, I'm not fully revolved. Can you see how my arm is angling here? And if I persist in this lifting like this, I will cause problems for my shoulder, and that can set you back. Keep your hand on your hip. Straighten this left leg. Lift in the heart. Revolve completely, so that you can look up in the sky, chin, forehead up, and then we can reach. Breathe 9 Bastrika. Melt the fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulder, down, empty. You know, sometimes it's not easy to talk doing these, and it's an occupational hazard to speak while performing postures. So I have to pay attention. And if I am speaking, I am not a good model for breathing, okay? Maintain your own breath practice. Claim your awareness of your breathing. Bend your knees. Bring your tailbone back. Lift in your heart. Jaw relax. Utkatasana. Variations. Inhale it up. Yes. Back to your heart. Push away. Take your hands back. Today I'm going to lace my fingers. I'm going to reach away. Okay, so here's another difference in anatomy, men and women. Muscular structure underneath the shoulders. Typically, for males, their lats are more developed than in the females. And the males have to lift the humerus over the lat, at the top of the lat, to fully reach back. And you can feel that underneath. Whereas for the females, typically that is not a necessity. Reach away. Bend your knees. Squeeze glutes, squeeze locks, squeeze the legs, lift, arc, lift and arc. And it is not merely a hinge in my lower back. It is the arc up through my heart. Okay, chin. Drop it down, lift it away. Feel the neck's action, and I inhale away. Exhale it down. I inhale away. Reach the hands forward. Today, turn your palms up. I reach one arm back. Take a big breath. Second palm reaches up, revolves. My palms turn up into the sky, away. Reach away. Chin to the chest, exhale. Exhale a hand forward. Exhale a second hand forward. Reach. Align. Ankles, hips, shoulders, and ears. Beautiful. Make a little turn. Good. Briefly, back up. Observing the intuitive breath again, where I inhale back and exhale forward. Can you tickle your fingers over your mat? And this is one of those, if you're watching on a video from a recorded time, I suggest that you stop the video, get your move, practice 108. Kumar and I would practice daily for hours. But we, right now, with the technology and this particular venue, are limited in time, but I hope to be with you in person, live, and I can share some things without the clock. Yeah. Good. All right. Bravo. All right. A week ago Friday, I did a 5-minute teacup. 5 minutes and 15 seconds, I believe. All right, I would like to separate my feet, angle these legs, level your femur bone, pull the tailbone back, lift in the heart, activate ankles, find a point in front, find the ease of the breath. Stay there with me. tall. Set your intent before you enter. Stay fixed. Concentrate with intent. I have to remind myself of this every day. Nice. All righty. Let's do this one. Father, you look so just peaceful there. I hate to disturb you. So, do this one. Padottanasana. My heel is down. My toes are up. I'm going to step back kind of deeply, and I'm going to square. My tailbone is down. My legs are gripping. Straight knees, lifting up. Okay. First, we find breath where we exhale and inhale. We close the body. We open the body. I'm going to reach my hands easily. The hands stay on the leg. Reaching down, knee, shin, ankle. Yes. For those of you who made your 108 Batak, welcome back. Thank you. You know, with those teacups, I suggest that I did it that time for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I didn't have a particular second or minute count in mind. But I set in my mind that once I began to feel discomfort, that I would count back to 30. And that's one way of self-measure. It's where you begin to identify the discomfort, the dukkha, the pain, and then set your intention from that point. Okay. My left foot is forward, my right hand grips my big toe and my thumb sticks up. My left hand takes my neck. I fold. I'm on my knee to my elbow to my knee, my shin, my ankle, my thumb. 54, exhale. I inhale, exhale. I'm folding at my hip. Good. I made 54 folding breaths. Then Then I held still, and I delivered 54 Bastrika. I take a big breath in, stabilize. My intent is this stable back leg. My front leg can lift. Step it. Beautiful. Second side. Right leg long. This one is typically more resistant, less cooperative. I'm pressing down in my back leg, straight back knee. I angle my hips long, my navel over this long leg. Oh, first I'm gonna grip and put my tailbone down, grip inside. Tilt those hips. Lengthen the spine. My hands on the knee, the shin, the ankle. And feel that right there. Just enter. Enter. No force. Be confident that you carry your stability, your strength, your alignment with your breathing. We are yoking. We're not just flinging ourselves into poses. My mat is crumbling. Interesting. You know, sometimes there are factors that challenge our stability, like a mat that was crumbling behind me. Good. We adjust, stabilize. My left hand grips my big toe. My thumb sticks up. My right hand goes to my neck. Elbow to the knee. Shin down. 54. I'm doing a little extra on this side. And hold. Stabilize. Oh yeah. Ground. When we hold stable, we awaken channels of awareness through us, channels of neuromuscular patterning, and deeper energetic delivery. And by energetic, I don't mean to get new age woo-woo on you, but life force, prana, delivered. Yes. Release the shoulders, release the arms. Good. Let's make one lion's breath. One. You recall lion's breath? It's very simple. Children love it. You know, the 5-year-olds, woo! If you're ever with little kids, it's a fun one to practice. And you know, one is not going to hurt them. But you know, as I mentioned, the breathing practices are powerful. And for that reason, the range of breathing practices are not applied in the children. Just the most simple things for the children. Because their nervous system is not yet formed. And it can damage the vessel of its development. And we don't want that. That's where lots of other troubles can arise subsequently in life. Yeah. Lion's breath. Inhale, big inhale. Everything goes out. Tongue out, jaw down, eyes open. Every drop of breath, as Kuma would say, every drop of breath goes out. We want a continuous exhale. Why? Because we observe factors of the nervous system unbroken, smooth, continuous flow. That is the true definition of vinyasa. Unbroken breath and attention. You might notice with that big exhale that I had one where there was a little catch where it went, you know, where the whole neuromuscular pattern, it had a little catch in it. That is an indication of other areas. It could be an indication of immune function. It can be an indication of sleep function. It can be an indication of other areas of life. The breath is a functional tool, but it's also functional reflection into, you know, other aspects of our life. All right. If we've made one good lion's breath, I want to introduce you to an advanced practice. If you've been doing this with me over the months, shall we say, you'll have entered this Nauli. We're just going to do Nauli entrance, okay? Naulis are gnarly. Yeah, they are deep. They are awakening into the full range and perimeter of the lungs. And if you do this right, and I don't want you to force, but if you do it right, you will feel the lungs inflamed, and you will feel every bit of every lobe of the lung with definition. You will feel, of course, the bronchioles are easy. You know, the tubes into the spongy tissue of the lung. In this, we're going to take a big breath. We're going to push the breath out, empty the lung. Inhale to that vacuum. And as we exhale, slow exhale, complete exhale, about 90-95%. And I make a claw on my knees, my tailbone back. Right, Luna? Right? This is not for dogs, but yeah, you can watch. Yes, yeah, good dog. You can sit down. You can sit down right here. No? Yeah. She's going over to her spot she likes. Okay. I'm going to exhale everything out, inhale up, and then when I exhale that 90%, 95%, I'm engaging root lock, engaging mid lock, lowest abdominals, pull back to the sacrum, and I create a hollow under my ribs, a deep hollow, you know, like pictures of, you know, World War II Holocaust victims, you know, those, or people suffering, people suffering, okay? Nauli, we're just doing that entrance, the grip and the pull back, and I want you to hold. Maybe you count 8, maybe you count 5, maybe you count 18 or even 80, I don't know. But do not force it. Feel where you experience resistance. Set your intent for how long you're going to hold after resistance. It will be your own marker. We call this process mapvidya, how we identify your own markers. You know, sometimes people will say, oh, my legs are too short, my arms are too long, my arms are too short, I got like T-Rex arms, my legs are too long, whatever it is, my neck is, my eyes are this, just recognize where you are, because everything is the way it's supposed to be. You just need to use it. And what does it tell you? That is the yoga reflection. Ground. Push all the breath out. Inhale to that vacuum. Push it out. Lock it. You know, you can tell if you're doing it right, if you're holding, locking appropriately that vacuum by the release of the locks. Root lock, mid lock, upper lock, all together. Mahaband, we call. And if you can release the locks and that breath rushes in, that's right. And oftentimes there will be a release. You will be clearing debris in the lungs, from the lungs. You are activating the interaction and the heightened exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, but also other toxins the body turns into gas that it eliminates out with the breath. I'm going to do one more now, Lee. Try this. And what did you measure last time? How did you measure it? Can you touch that measure again with consistency and maybe add a little, just a little bit, even to add a 1 or 2 or 3 count? That is beautiful stepwise growth. If you can do, oh yeah, that was easy, then you do 10. You say, okay, well, I can take 10 more steps, 10 more counts. Mapvidya. Very necessary with the breathing practices. Mapvidya. Especially if you don't have a teacher, especially. You could call me and I'd teach you more. But it is slow. It is not immediate process. It took me years. There's the very first practice that I made with Kumar, the counted Bastrika, inhale and exhale counted. I did not realize their value until, I did them, but I didn't really understand their value for maybe 10 years. when the counts got big. And Kumar didn't tell me to count bigger. I mean, he did, but he didn't push me. It's when I was pushing myself in the way he taught me that very interesting things happened. And then I would share this information with Kumar. Well, he would just laugh and say, finally, man, you're starting to get it. He was very old school this way. One more Nauli entrance. Push the breath out. Inhale. Exhale. And then you can ask yourself, you can examine yourself, Svadaya. You can look inside, Pratyahara. How did I sleep last night? How is that reflected in my practice? What did I eat yesterday? How is that reflected in my practice? What were my relations yesterday with other people? How did I work yesterday? How was my life yesterday? In the last 24 hours, we reflect. We call Svadaya. Bend your knees, push away. And what does that reveal about the practice and your mat vidya? Good, release. Remind me to tell you the story of a 19-year-old man, young man, who had been practicing breathing, practicing pranayama online, videos online. This was at least 15 years ago. Yeah. Very interesting case. All right. Lie down on your back. You know what? Let's make one more twist before we do. Time is so quick. Plant your feet down. Take your hands together. Inhale, high. Way up. Exhale, put the elbows together, palms together. Feet are close. Knees are close, but they are not touching. Cross. Revolve. Lift in the spine. My knees aligned. That left knee here is free. It likes to angle forward. Do not let it angle forward. Lift. Keep your form. Twist. I made 9 Bastrikas looking up. Hands down. Stack the hands on the knees. Lift up. Utkatasana. Revolve. Hands together. Elbows together. Cross to the left this time. I align my forearms vertically. I align my knees. My knees do not squeeze together. They do not touch. I am dripping inside. My toes are close, the same distance as my knees. Details. Lift in your heart and revolve. Eyes down. Isolate your exit. Did you get your 9 Bastrika? Did you get 18 Bastrika? Did you measure for yourself? Push away. Did you touch discomfort? Did you measure after the point of touching your discomfort? Little turn. Mapvitya. Self-measure. Lie down this time. Lie down on your back. Got to wrap it up. Tuck your knees and rock. Leave your head down. Rock side to side. Let's make 1 revolved stomach. Oh, I've got dogs involved. Let's make 1 revolved stomach pose. Arms wide like a T. Take your knees over to your left. Release the left knee down. Look over to the left arm. If this right shoulder is trouble, modify the right hand to the hip or ribs. I'm going to take my left hand to my right knee. I push away. I want a right angle of my legs and torso. And I revolve and reach. I look out at my thumb. I breathe 9 Bastrika. Lift it up, empty to your left. Fully be conscious of how your body can empty. Come here, Luna. Lie down. Bring it back. Take your knees over to the right. Head to the right, hand on the knee, push away. Reach the left arm out long, and then turn. Look to the left thumb. Wake it up and roll. Empty. Beautiful. Last couple of moves today. Shoulder stand and plow fish. Shoulder stand, fish. Here we go. Over the top. Fish. We have looked at details of placement for fish and breathing specifics for your shoulder stand. I'm going to make 1 upward bow. I start from bridge, stabilized.
I inhale up. Plant the hands now. Elbows in. Inhale up. Take it down. Reach your arms out long beyond your head. Push down in your spine. Lift the legs. Lift in your heart. Let's breathe together. 36 Bastrika. Rest it down. Good. Easy. Lie down, plank. No. Lie down, corpse pose. Now this has been a conscious breath delivery practice today. Random selection. All right. So identify your breathing. Identify where your breath may lock. Random selection from our anthology. Oh, I like this. Sadhguru Shivaya says this to us. Live in the present. Follow the path of enlightenment. In the lower realms of the mind, time and space seem very real. Those are 4 dimensions. And we worry about the past. We are concerned about the future. And these intermingle in our mind and they limit our conscious awareness. Kumar used to say, don't live with the image of the mind, man. That's one of its meanings, isn't it? A person functioning in present awareness controls one's own mind. And this person will be naturally happier and more successful. And you will perform your tasks with full attention. And the rewards may be seen in the quality of the work as well as the radiance of the face. I'll tell you, when people practice this way and they come up from the practices, the asanas, I love seeing their eyes. You know, their eyes are awake and radiant. It's beautiful. To be present means you will not be bored with anything that you do, however simple or mundane or even repetitive. And each activity has its challenge and fulfillment. A person who lives fully in the present activates contentment. They call santosha. Santosha is a double-edged sword. To be content with discomfort as well as comfort. It is a practiced discipline of contentment. Yeah. All right, a lot of stuff today. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you being here. Time is very brief. Namaste. I see you. I'll see you on Wednesday. Keep going. Keep going.